You know, like, guys, I was trolling. I see this video, man. People say, like, this guy say black people must leave Cape Town, something like that.
From you, and thanks for those.
Something like that. As you can see, it's not me. 7 years ago, but the information is the information. 7 years ago. This is 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Listen. Listen.
Continue to explore racism. Remember that we'd love to hear from you, and thanks for those who've been in touch already. Now, Hut for Cape Townian is a growing movement on the Cape Flats. The non-profit organization wants all.
So this is a good introduction. They give introduction when you start. I was scrolling, man. People say, like, hey, man, you saw this guy say black people must leave Cape Town. I was like, how? You know, like when you ask yourself alone, you say, like, how? Because of Africa belongs to black people. Is a truth. You know, ask yourself, say, like, Africa belongs to black people. What is talking about? What is happening exactly? African belong to Africa. So let's get the comment. Let's get
black people from the Eastern Cape to leave the Western Cape. Joining us now is the group's spokesperson, Fidel Adams. Thank you for joining us.
Who said that?
You said what? You said I never said that. I never said black people must leave Cape, the Western Cape. Western Cape, Cape Town is within Western Cape. You said I never said that. I never said black people must leave Western Cape. Okay.
We said that we want all people not born in the Western Cape pre-94 to sell their assets and go home.
Where's home? What do you mean, dog? Do you think like Africa is for what exactly? Because I think we have lots of education to educate people to say like Africa. When we talk about Africa, when we go to United States, I want to give people good examples so they can understand, because we need a lot of education to educate people about Africa continent. You understand? When we go to America, there's African American. African means you are black. When you are African, how do you want to people from here in Africa to sell their asset and leave because they didn't born to Western Cape? My black people are so quiet now.
This is what we did not.
94% of them being black?
I don't know what the demographic is, so be it.
No, don't go straight to your point. Go straight to your point. No. We want leaders who are going to be like Julius Malema. Who speaks straight to your point? Say, yes, black people must leave, must buy their assets, must sell their assets and leave. Don't say like it depends on demographics. If demographics means this, then they must leave. But the beautiful thing about conversation, when time goes, he's going to expose himself. He's talking about who exactly, which race he's referring to. Because of the reporter, the interview, he said like, must leave Western Cape. He said like, no, we didn't know what everyone who's been born here must leave, right?
Why do you want them to go home?
We sit with the situation in the Cape Flats, where our community, the so-called colored community, is growing exponentially as a direct.
So it's black people. So black people are the one who make the colors people to go poorer. What is? So it's the one black people who make colors go poorer. Black people who are their land is being stolen during apartheid. Black people who stay in the shacks. What are you saying exactly? What is your argument? What you saying? I don't want people to come here and give. I don't want people to come here and give me a debate that we can have facts. What are you saying exactly? comments, 700 comments. Man, literally the colored, I don't know what is this. This do sound Australian, Irish, Indian at the same time. So these are comments people are commenting because it doesn't make any sense. When you come here, come with the real topic, come with the facts. Yeah? Don't come with who? What is your baby? Who hate them? How do they? Definitely. How do they distinguish the two? This guy is a black in all other countries. The black-colored separation in South Africa is ridiculous. Come with the real topic. Come with the real facts, man.
Result of the influx, especially from the Western Cape, from the Eastern Cape to the Western Cape, with people coming and taking, and government being solely at fault for the implementation of national demographics against the Constitutional Court order that negatively impacts our community.
How? How does it impact your community? No, I'm a judge. But it's a question that we need to understand. And throw the whole country away. These black people says the black guy. Press the title, tell me everything. This journalist is virtuous. Hey, with deep English. I'm a colored, but I daily live the Western Cape with my fellow black brothers and sisters. Colors in the area where I live, keep job for friends and families extremely. That means everyone exposing that.
We've got good young kids sitting with worthless matric diplomas, not getting work because the state doesn't want them. The economy doesn't want them.
Well, why do you think this?
Yes, I love you. I love you. I love why you believe the state does not want them.
State or the economy, and that's who you accuse of hiring those from the. I'd rather hire them than somebody from.
Who's them? Let's talk about topics that's going to not ask ourselves questions. Let's go to the topics that someone is telling the truth. Who is them from the start? Just when the communities can get more stupid. So what about the other colors in other provinces? We are implementing a war between black and colored people. That's why there's a division. This is where division starts, dividing our country. Dividing our country.
In the Western.
Well, there's an agenda to keep us poor, to keep us down.
And why would they want to do that?
Well, the ANC sees the Western Cape as a honeypot. These poor black people are nothing but voting fodder to them. If the ANC
So like these poor black people, they're doing what?
These poor black people are nothing but voting fodder to them. If the ANC was serious about poverty, they would have implemented a structure or some type of structure to lure business to the Eastern Cape. So poor people in the Eastern Cape can upgrade in the Eastern Cape, because we've got now a situation where you've got bad shelter in the Eastern Cape, coming down to Cape Town, you've got no shelter in Cape Town, and now you've got a protest. I mean, something's
You said it's the.
Man, if I see Cape Town, most of the people are living there. Beside Book Hill, China, the Western Cape. People are living the best life. Israel, Palestine, whites, black people are suffering. Why specifically? And so like these black people voting for ANC. ANC is failing the whole provinces. They don't choose ANC, so like we don't provide service here, we don't provide service here. So like, this question is all about like what is the hate? We don't understand what is the hate. That is what we need to understand. What you are talking about. Give us a straight point that when we debate or when we talk about something like that, it makes sense to us. The news: colored teachers faces fraud charges for claiming he's African in CV. I didn't know they were classified as African since I live in Africa. I don't know about that. The news today: colored teachers faces fraud charges for claiming he's African in CV. Who opened the case based on that when you say it's a fraud? Because when it's a fraud, someone opened the case. and he must provide a statement. I didn't know what we notify as Africa, since we live in the one Africa continent. So what we're supposed to be and who's classified as African, since people are classified as white, colors play. Can someone please enlighten me there? So you want to understand there? Thank you for the South Africa does not love each other. Let us pray that lie, the racist, the Kuroshi is lose Cape Town, and that is good for up. He makes more sense than all Zimbabwe. Why people don't have to include Zimbabwe? Every time when you talk about South Smith, Zimbabwe this, Zimbabwe this.
The poor black people coming over.
Yes.
So the poor black people who are a problem for you.
Well, I wouldn't say that they're a problem for us. They are a strain on the infrastructure.
What you saying? What you saying? Your statement is saying different. Your yes or no is saying different. Listen to the question. Listen to the question.
For you.
Well, I wouldn't say that they're a problem for us. They are a strain on the infrastructure. And now you've got a protest. I mean, something's
You said it's the poor black people coming over. So
Yes.
it's the poor black people who are a problem for you.
Poor black people coming to area, right? Let me finish there. Poor black people coming to area. I say yes. So the question was, so this poor black people talking about he's the one who are problem. To say like no. Then he provide a statement. But when you check the statement with no, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I wouldn't say that they're a problem for us. They are a strain on the infrastructure. Our trains aren't riding because they weren't designed to cope with this amount of people. We've got people sitting at day hospitals from 6 o'clock in the morning, leaving at 4 without tablets because the queues are too long.
Yeah? This sounds like a new operation to do, or the old one, because this video is long. But the information is that people, they have a bad experience, especially black people. They have a bad experience when you go to Cape Town, which is what we need to understand. Why you have a bad experience when you go to Cape Town in your own continent, Africa. And there's a videos we're going to see, and where people they're sharing experience, what the experience on Cape Town when they went to Cape Town.
This is a problem. It impacts negatively upon, not just upon us, on everybody.
Helen Ziller said exactly the same thing. She said the refugees, the migrants from the eastern...
The refugees. Oh my God. This woman tried to put words in the man's mouth. So everything is all about black people. Back, say. Pretty much, I like black stuff kind of fighting with black Nigerians in Zimbabwe. Want them to leave also. Stuff can has some problem. True. The time we tell like it is our place. This country must stop being okay. I think like ANC is a problem now. It is the platform where like we share what is happening in this country, and we share our opinions. We listen, then we put our own conclusions. We understand what is saying, and we add our part. It's not about making other people feel small and not welcome. These are open discussion, debate. No one is attacked, but the truth, it makes people not feel uncomfortable. But the truth is going to save you. Everyone who believe in the truth, you don't have to think twice, because of when you focus on the truth, man, it's going to save you, I promise you.
Cape must stay away. So are you using her role book for your platform?
I very, really agree with Helen Ziller. But on this day, I will. It is hurting our economy. It is hurting our children. I mean, look, we sit with this...
Who hurt your children? I don't understand. Who hurt your economy? Because ANC is failing every province. ANC is failing the whole of South Africa. So like the thing of understanding everything that happens to you, you blame the black people. Black people, they must leave. Black people. How? How can you leave your homeland, the land of your ancestors? How can it be something like that exactly? We're supposed to live together. No matter what happened during apartheid, where the land being stolen from us. And then people will start to point fingers now. Fingers. We are suffering because of these people. not ANC. ANC is the one that not provide a service.
Situation. Again, you walk into a shop, right? 18 tills, 18 black people in Mitchell's Plain.
What do you mean? Africa is for what exactly? Africa is for what? But when it comes to the sense of the community, it's like it's a problem, right? The problem, because we need to come there to understand that the problem is black people, or is the person who hired it. The person who hired those 8 black people, he's the one who's the problem. The person who hired those 8 people, he's the one who's the problem. You understand, my brother? Don't.
I was at a protest at the Department of Labor, 8 client services advisors, 8 black people. They are saying to our kids that you're not fit to work here.
Why? They're saying what? Because it said like you done your research and you said like you went to a different department, and when you entered there, 8 position, 8 black people. But like, when we think, because we need to think here, when we check it very well, is a thing of like black people are the, because of colors in America are black, colors in America are black. So in Africa, Africa is for Africans, right? So Africa people, that's Africa. When you go to China, China is a Chinese. India is a Indian people, which is the one who dominate. Even the blacks are the black people are few. I want to get that. I get your point. But when you go to the thing of like in the economy, the community, is dominated by colors. But when it comes to the service employment, only blacks are working there, no colors. And then you sound like make your own conclusion, and you say, when you go there, they say like, no, those people, they're not fit to work here. What is the reason behind that? You can write on your description there.
Time I read the Freedom Charter, it said that South Africa belongs to all that live in it, except if you live in the Western Cape and you happen to be brown.
And yeah, okay, what about if there were white people in the queue, if there were Indians in the queue?
Yes, that's good. That's good. But like in that, that's a good question. But Indians and whites, they're not from Africa. They're from Europe and India, and they're not dominating here. Black people are the ones dominating because of Africa is their continent. Let's talk the fact. Let's talk the facts here, whether you like it or not. Africa is for black people. We all know that, right? So are the ones going to dominate in every industry, every industry can mention, every workplace, every is going to dominate by black people because of Africa. It can be a Zimbabwean, it can be a Malawian, it can be a Nigerians are the ones going to dominate because this is their continent. It makes sense. We need to start with the truth. We need to start with the truth before we are going to. Let's start with the truth.
Attitude would be the same. We've got demographics. This is what government insists on in all provinces. Employ it. Employ your own rule book. They're throwing it out the window because it applies to us.
What about secession? I believe that's something that
that's something that we're gunning for.
Pretty exciting.
So like, because we need to check other stuff. We need to check other stuff before. Water is so refreshing. It's so refreshing. Water.
We want an independent Western Cape.
But is it
Yeah? You say you want independent Eastern Cape in Africa. My brother, this is Africa. This is a continent of black child. It will never happen like our next president, Julius Malema, said it. It will never happen in the independent, the one you are talking about. It will never happen. That's why it must be clear. Me, I'm not the guy who come here and it will never happen.
That work for you?
We want an independent Western Cape. We feel that it can work. That look, we've been made to feel apart from the rest of this country anyway. So we might as well pack up.
How? Well, I think like the question the reporter must ask how you make feel like you're not a part of the South Africa. What makes you feel that way? Or maybe you're the one who withdraw us from black people. Because I know like lots of Coloureds. I have friends with them, they withdraw themselves from blacks. Then us we must go to babysit. Come on. The reporter must ask how.
Close our borders and have our own country. And we can show South Africa how the democracy where everybody fits on a common voters roll and everybody, white, black, brown, and Indian, will benefit from the good of this country.
How? Because we are going to make it independency. That's what I'm planning because it will never happen. But let's say it will happen. Let's say it will happen because it will never happen, but let's happen then.
And who are those white, black, brown, Indian people who will be in your hood? I mean, are they only successful people?
No.
What is it?
That's a good question. Because of he said like poor black people. He mentions like poor black people are coming to Western Cape and taking jobs. When you go to the shops, eight cashiers will be black. When you go to Howard, eight positions will be black. So the question is, since we spoke about poor black people, the one after you want this thing to be Cape independency, who will be who those black people and Indians and white mentioned they're going to work for you. Is those one are smart, those one have money? Say like no. Let's see his hustle.
Look like?
Everybody born in this province pre-94.
So how will it actually work? I mean, how do you go about this if you are looking for secession and your aspirations? How do you fulfill them?
Well, first of all, if you let's get the economics out of the way. We're sending almost 200 billion back to Treasury every year.
Yeah? They speak fast. I didn't get it. I didn't catch it.
To belong to this country. We're getting back 45 billion. Out of that 45 billion, we've got to do the housing thing, we've got to do the structural thing, we've got to do the upgrades. If we have 200 billion, we can instantly uplift the standard of living of everyone in this province.
You know, like Dutch people, man. Dutch, I mean, they created a problem for us. You see, like what the action of apartheid have done. The action of apartheid. This is what black people are experiencing because of apartheid. Apartheid happened, and even today, black people are still struggling. And people they have a bravery, like free for people are going to say they want to make Cape independence in our own continent. This when you say like the bad thing that happened during apartheid, the outcomes that happened is this one we're talking about. To make Cape independence, hey, to remove yeah, Sharp, you will tell me when they are here then. When they are here you will contact me. Yo, angina tšhelete go tla. Ke tlo di etsa ka kwa. Ke rekile di-order tse dingwe ke kgone tsa bo di-snakes and ke kgone di-package and stuff. Mara tšhelete ya go tla ke na yone. Firstly, we need to check which applications, which universities are open. You understand? And I need to understand like the person has money. Or I can get the person age apply himself.
Won't be a hungry person again. We've got the sea, we can do our fishing, we've got the arable land, we can farm, we've got the tourism industry. We'll turn Cape Town into the Monaco of Africa.
And then whether you like it or not, this is a wake up call for a young black child. I care about my Africa as a whole, as a continent, and to see how black people are suffering in their own country. But all I can say to anyone watching here, Cape independence will never happen. Western Cape belongs to blacks. We all know that. And us black people have Ubuntu, humanity. That's why everyone is welcome here. Everyone, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, white. So we never allow people to divide our country. That must be it.
And South Africa can watch how we do it. Because at this point in time, the ANC government is slowly but surely killing us. My community is on a starvation diet because of government and its policies towards us. Yesterday, a young man was shot doing an illegal thing. He was buying dacha, biceps. I looked at this tactical response team.
Sometimes we must. I was talking about this thing of GBV. I was saying like sometimes as a community we must take responsibility. We must protect our kids as a community, and we must stop every time police this, police this. If you see someone beat a girl outside in the community, there is a man in the community that need to go to stop the other man who beats. If you see someone do a crime as a community, you are responsible go to stop that crimes happening. So every time to change our this is start from community. Everything starts for community. If you know wrong is wrong within a community, then it goes to economy. It doesn't start from the government. Start with the community. Start from the houses, the family in the houses, the fix of your family. Then they fix the community. The community fix the country. I was saying this.
I was there minutes after he was shot. 8 black guys. I asked, where's the demographic? Because what we now have is I've got 8 kids from the Eastern Cape busting here, getting jobs, which is bad enough, but it's fine. They don't know the area, they don't know the slang, they don't understand the gang culture, and now we've just sacked
the gang culture. So those black kids you mentioned, they must be afraid in the continent. That's what we are saying. Because of like now it's all about it. We can't always become playing a big people.
Sacrifice the young boy for demographics.
Aren't you concerned, though, that these sort of comments stoke increased racism? Racism
Definitely.
Against you and your community by talking like this, by rising up?
Definitely. Because of even someone watching this, if you don't like how I speak based on how I react based on this man saying, and this other person who's watching this, you don't like what this man is saying as a black child, as a colored person, you don't like how I react, how I share my thoughts, how I share my opinion. You don't like
racism is practiced against us daily. You're too brown for a house. We've got 60-year-old grandmothers sitting on the waiting list since 1980.
Who said that? Who say you're too brown for job? Why did you open the case against those people? Who said black people are not experiencing the thing of waiting for RDPs? People just stay in their shacks, they are renting. We are all experiencing the same situation. What are you saying exactly? You can't compare a minority with majority. You can't do that. He might say like, hey, Coloureds are on the waiting list for RDPs. Who say black people are not the least? That's this lady said, so like these topics we're talking about, it raised the racism in type of way. Who said black people are not struggling? Who said black people don't stay in the shacks? Who telling you those things? How? When you rise, we rise. So like no one has come to save us. Even black people, no one's come to save them. We must rise too. How?
Not finding houses. 25-year-old black boys from the Eastern Cape getting houses. Racism is practiced against us every. We swap a white appreciation.
Let's leave. This is so sad. It's so sad because the majority, they are benefiting. Because of black people, the majority in this country, they are benefiting. Who said that? We are going through a lot. We are going through a lot. It will not allow everyone come here and depress us more. Even though we lost the land, we lost everything during apartheid, and people are going to come on top of us. We need to rise too. Like you said, they are rising. They are rising for who? So I guess this kind of stuff, man, they are so. I'm tired, Shiv. I don't like. I'm tired with the kind of topics and debates and you can mention them in bulk. You can. So like let's watch people from people like experience people who share the experience based on staying in Cape Town. Which is like let's go and watch. Good. So you just saying your experience.
Yo, guys, I am like super annoyed. I'm so annoyed. I'm just coming from Food Lovers. I went to go do my shopping. So I'm at the
Stories when you scroll, some other things that concern us and we can't avoid them. It's other things that concern us and we need to put them into a table and we need to share our thoughts. Because if a matter is right, it's people that come and say like, yo, when I'm in Cape Town, I feel like this. When I'm in Cape Town, I feel like this, which is like it raised the concern, it raised that curiousness, so like what is happening in this country? Does it took me to react based on this?
till I'm paying. And then I'm paying and we're talking with the cashier, everything's nice, good. And then behind me, got this lady, this old white lady, she's busy like, oh, she must move, she must move, she must move. And I don't know what she's talking.
But like now you're talking, people they want to buy, you're busy talking. You see, like you are wasting people's time. You see? You. You see, like when people are busy, they're waiting, they want to pay, you are talking. Come on, man. Come on, we need a strong point here. But it's all about your opinion and make the right judgment. People, they are waiting. You are busy talking, like Siras. Come on.
About. So I turn around and I'm like, huh? What are you saying? So she's like, you need to move 1.5 meters social distance. Wow. So I'm like, why don't you move? Because she's got her trolley on the other side that's taking her space. She's like, I am paying here. And
What is happening? I don't know. You need to move. Are you paying? Because this is a question we must ask ourselves. This require a good reaction. So like, you were paying or you're doing what? You were there paying and when we're paying and what you're doing exactly, which is like I want to understand. I want to understand what we're doing exactly. So like someone is waiting there, just imagine you're in a rush. Someone's They're like, yeah, you're in the rush, you want to go to do something else. What are you saying?
Like, I'm also paying here. I'm also busy. I'm shopping.
Oh, it makes sense now. Sometimes you must explain to people like me, because people like me are going to attack with a good question, though. Not attack that way, but attacking with a good question.
And then there's a white guy on the other side of her. And I'm like, why don't you tell him to move? Why are you telling me to move? And she goes, this is what you people do. You're disrespecting the country laws. So I turn around and I'm like, excuse me, like,
Your case is not that deep, man. Your case is not. I don't. This one,
how am I disrespecting the country laws? How am I came to the till first. I didn't see you come. You came after me. So you could have measured your 1.5 centimeters or whatever it is to be away from me. Like, I don't need to move for you type of thing. Then she goes to the security guard and she's like, oh, please. Shaky. She's like, can you please talk to this lady? This tape doesn't want to be. So then the security, the way I got pissed off even more, the security comes to me.
So like this thing was, for me, I don't think it was racist. I think there was an argument. They were just arguing as ladies, you know. But this one's like, hey, they didn't when she go to the security guard. I was like, what are you doing? You know, she said like, when she go to the security guard, I was like, oh my god. She was like, oh my god.
And it's like, sissy, this. And I'm like, Puti, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Why don't you go to her? Why ukulumanam? Why am I kulumnai? You understand? Because
You're listening.
mina ngiyathenga. Then when I now, because uzak mina, why ngakhulumi naye? Mina, I'm here ngiyathenga. Then she goes, oh, this is what you guys are doing, just like Ramaphosa. Yeah.
Oh. That's why you make this lady angry. Oh, hey, this. Yeah, no.
I'm like, excuse me, like, what does Ramaphosa have to do with this situation right now? Foot lovers, yo, guys, like, seriously, Abonje, this J song and we in a mess. This country is in a mess. All of it, like, that is, if that's not racism, I do not know what racism is. Because, like, wow, you know. Like, literally, I'm furious. And she was so lucky. I had already finished paying and I was going. Otherwise,
You know, like, I. You know, like. You know, like. Stuff like is a lot to fix. We have a lot to fix in the country. Because sometimes, like, people, they confuse racist than the argument. It's the same as having argument to Pedi, Zulu to Xhosa, white. But when it becomes to white, and it becomes, people going to say like, oh, you are racist, you, because of, it's an argument between two different races. But I believe what the lady had, it was the argument was not that racist the way it is. And then, but when you say, I don't know, she said like she mentioned Ramaphosa, this is what Ramaphosa do. Because I know like most of Europeans, they have problem with ANC government, you know. Yeah, but like I believe like other things we confuse them racist to argument. I believe like they were just arguing as ladies, you know, ladies, they love to, you know, our girls, man. Yeah.
I was gonna stand at that till. Yes, what? I was gonna stand at that till and banging and ham, and nothing was gonna do anybody. Nothing. No one was gonna do anything about it because I'm wrong. You understand? I'm paying at my till like everybody else, and now you're telling me to move. Like for what? Hi. Yabona nje abelungu nje sometimes nje yo. Bang nigga such stroke.
This is the experience. Never used to keep to. I never experienced any races until this, like, say, like, there was 11 years old in Cape Town. He never experienced such of racist experience until, like, you understand? It's like this is my first time experiencing something like this. But for me, my judgment be like they was just having a disagreement, which is lead to dialogue and involve a security guard, which is does not sit here well, you know. But for me, I won't say it was very bad, you know. Um, for me, it was not that very bad, to be honest. So like we're moving to this lady, which is same experience, and where we need to learn what went through to a site. Growing up black in Cape Town, this what experience that I able to collect data and make conclusion based on it and share what the people are saying about Cape Town.
Even just say your name. Like you can pronounce pizza, but you won't say tepo. You like pizza tepo, chepo. Like it feels like it just feels like a status thing. Like you're just trying so hard to not see me. Like when you're just refusing to see me.
Come on, you guys love attention, man. What are you saying? The accent. So you can pronounce Hepo like Etswana or Sutu or Ipedi. Come on, I guess you guys love attention, shit. You guys love attention. To be honest, no. What's wrong? If the accent, like even like me, other names I can't pronounce well, especially like Africans' name. I can't because I don't know Africans, and my accent is a Swana accent. So you guys love to overreact things.
Like even with European names, like they literally will pronounce all these hard German names with so much care. But when it comes to our names, it's like, can I just call you Sandy? I've been asked if I can be called Sandy, by the way. And this happened.
What's wrong with that, Mary? Because it's trying to be nice. You don't want to push. This is what people, when you can't pronounce their names, they be like, you are butchering my name. And it's like, can I call you this because I can't? So the lady, but when I listen to her point, you're saying like they want that attention, and they feel like they are not seen enough. It's like, don't see me. Why don't try so hard to spell my name, but others will try so hard? It's something like that. But it's not something. Come on.
When I was doing my vocational work, and then I was like, no, like I think that's racist. My name is Sike. And the crazy thing about that situation was everyone, all the men surrounded me and told me how crazy I was to say that situation was racist. So that's, and
Yeah, well, maybe we see it differently. Maybe we see it differently because of, like now I don't know the definition of racist. I don't understand. If you're going to say define what is that, I don't know. But in South Africa, they make it like if whites and black that they are having this agreement is racist. But for me, if you say describe it, I will have no idea.
that's the thing, that's the erasure, you know, where just say my name. I'm literally not even asking you to speak as a person, which you
I this is different, man. This is I try to understand, but it's hard for me to understand. To understand it all I have, but it's hard for me to understand. So let's go and see. Let's go. Study. Why there's no view? Hey, there must be one view there. There must be one view there. There must be one view. Come on. Oh my god. So like now guys, I'm going to read 30 minutes left. Read 30 minutes left, I'll do this. Good. Read 30 minutes, I will say like live in, because people they were showing their appearance like in Cape Town as a black person, blah blah blah. Life in Cape Town. People that have been seeing the experience.
Much for coming in. Up next, access to water is a basic right. You can stay there for a minute, but for
People are enjoying Cape Town. People are enjoying Cape Town. So people have been. Oh, McG is coming with something. McG came with something.
How is it normal to live like this in Cape Town, whereby black people almost know their place?
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. And when you
How?
do,
Know their place how? So black people they know their place in Cape Town, and then let's check the comments. Black people in Cape Town know their place. It's like that. So like when the black people in Cape Town, you know your place. You don't have there and be forward. I think we must all go to Cape Town for 19th to fix the country. I'm always pushing my Johannesburg tennis in Cape Town. I was born and raised in Cape Town. I have zero idea what they are talking about. This may experience. Yeah, about the safari. People think I've been too much when I tell this. It's sad. I live in Cape Town for 10 years. I don't know what they mean. The way this comment section divide half Kati. I'm always in the waterfall and 10 years Cape Town. I really don't know what they are talking about.
when you do certain things and you walk into certain stores at the waterfront, they're like, you must be from Joburg, right?
Yeah, I'll get all the fucking now.
And so there's like, hey, he lets them know.
Some
Like,
people
yeah.
see they want to punch you.
They're like,
Like,
you see from Joburg because
stand up to a white guy if you're fellow black people.
because the Kaffers in Cape Town know where to draw the line. You come here with your Joburg tendencies to, how dare you walk into the shop? How dare you tell the waiter that you must change your class? You know?
And I saw when I was in Durban and I was flying back to Joburg, the next thing where people must board was the Cape Town flight.
Yeah.
It was just white people, though.
Yeah.
It's just white people.
And
I'm like, that's where they're running to.
People are talking. People are talking. People always talk. I think we must put in our minds like people are talking and they always talk. I think we must put into our mind. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy and see. So like now it's time to close the video now. Now the video is you can see even
check this out. I be feeling sorry for you black American expats. Man, y'all be running to Africa thinking that y'all are going home. And you don't even know that you left home.
what you saying, my boy? What I gave you saying I don't get understand what I'm saying, man. See, when I'm talking about idea, man. You get an idea, man. So, like, guys, listen, man. I love you so much. All know that. So, left with 9 minutes. So, we are going to get few experience, even like the thing. Even YouTube say, don't forget to miss this idea. Because YouTube will give you ideas, you know. Will give you ideas. Go back. How? Wi-Fi is so slow. Listen, don't miss a training video and live in Cape Town as a black man experience. So like this is a trending thing. That means like what is this? YouTube can say like training videos that people focus on. Let me create alert. I'll do it. So it show you like a topic that you must focus on. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is like this, yo. I mean, Wi-Fi, I'm going to make people hate me, man. I want people not to watch. Pros and cons. It's going to make people to hate me.
Shivano, you live here, right? You were born and raised in Cape Town. Can you tell me what the situation is like for the average person living? In the city?
If you don't have the access to resources, you don't have the luxury to have access to it, you on the backbone. So yes, we're now in a beautiful part of Cape Town, we're on the waterfront, but there is so many.
So guys,
let me show you the side of Cape Town that influencers won't show you. When I arrived in Cape Town last week for work, I expected stunning beaches and mountains, but on the way from the airport, I saw something I wasn't prepared for. Rows of townships, makeshift homes stretching for miles. My taxi driver says, you don't want to go there, it's not safe. And pretty much everyone else said the same thing, with many people, even locals, refusing to take.
I'm with the song. Her. Don't put songs, you won't give me strikes, man. Hey guys, I'm done. Done. So like I want to like thanks so much for subscribing. Thanks so much for seeing this video. I'm waiting for this, man. Just keep on motivation, keep on doing up, and remember, no one is attacked. We are speaking the truth. We are speaking the history. We are speaking our opinions. We are sharing. You can come and comment. Nothing much. You can come and comment and show opinion, man. It's a free space. Because of I'm in charge. Stay tuned. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. Love